And who would have thought that that was like throwing on a pair of running shoes and just running and movement and starting to self-care better, starting to look after all the things that I had neglected throughout the years. And I think for me it's important because I think if I was to kind of whittle it down, like why the exercise part, and I think we sometimes go into treatment and we go into therapy and we're not foundationally ready. We're just out of chaos. We're tired. We're exhausted. We haven't been sleeping. We haven't been eating. So just like a house needs a foundation, I think recovery needs that foundation of, physical, emotional, and nutritional foundation before we can start unpacking all those years of trauma and pain. So that's where I suppose the idea came from ARC. So it was literally my experience of the benefit of exercise, my experience of people who saw me through a different lens and saw me as somebody with a problem and not a problematic person, which was really important because that was an identity shift. I had always advocated through my own social media accounts, and I suppose kind of talked about my own journey, about the reality of being somebody who's been through this, and always promoted that hope aspect. And I'd never really done anything with it. I had countless conversations about, I would love to start something with exercise, and again, then life was busy, so it didn't happen. And I started to do indoor climbing, and was one of the guys was down there. He says, I saw your social media post about your recovery, and I have a friend who's struggling, but I couldn't share it. Have you ever thought of setting up a page? And I was like, well, not really. And then I was climbing, and as I was climbing, I went home and I created the page. So that one conversation was the driver to create ARC for what it was.
And I love that. Sorry, just serendipitous moments are just so important in these journeys. I think people think that they can do the whole thing from the commissioner's office, and actually they can't. Some of it just happens, and it's the spark and the acorns. Go on, carry on. Yeah, so
and that was exactly what happened. Like my goal that month wasn't to set up an addiction recovery organization.
Exactly, yes.
I just wanted to climb and get some headspace. And I went home, and the idea at the time was to create this signposting page to local organizations and even personal trainers who I knew were kind of reputable, that would be able to support people if they wanted to do it. And within 2 weeks, people were trying to refer themselves to me, and I was like, whoa, right, wasn't expecting that, right? This is a little bit different now. And give it a little bit of thought, and then thought, well, do you know what? I'm trying to signpost people to personal trainers. I love fitness. I love what I'm talking about. Why don't I try it myself? So became a personal trainer really fast, as I tend to do things.